So good news, Major League Baseball and the MLB Players Association have planned negotiations for the new collective bargaining agreement for this Thursday. And as part of those negotiations, one of the big items to discuss is the universal DH. For years, players and fans alike have been in favor of bringing the designated hitter to the National League, and at this point, it seems like a lock. So with that being the case, the New York Mets are going to have another item to check off their to-do list this offseason. So today, I'm going to tell you why Nelson Cruz is a perfect fit for the New York Mets. I'm Tony Metro. If you're a Mets fan or just enjoy MLB content, be sure to subscribe and turn channel notifications on so you know when I post a new video. Like the one I dropped earlier this week where I gave you 3 starting pitching trade targets for the New York Mets to improve their rotation in 2022. Over the last 10 years, Nelson Cruz has been one of the most feared sluggers in all of baseball. And even at the age of 40, with the likelihood that the National League adopts the DH, his market is going to double in size. Cruz debuted in the big leagues with the Brewers in 2005, but was traded to the Texas Rangers where he spent the next 7 seasons becoming one of the best power hitters in baseball. His first All-Star appearance coming in 2009 after he clubbed 33 home runs. Cruz then spent time with the Baltimore Orioles and Seattle Mariners, and from 2014 to 2018 averaged 41 homers, 104 RBIs, and an 897 OPS. His 145 OPS plus, one of the best in the major leagues during that time. But Nelson Cruz's 2019 season was one of the best I've ever seen out of a power hitter. That season, Cruz hit 41 long balls and had an OPS plus 168 while a member of the Minnesota Twins. But with the Twins on the decline, Cruz was dealt to the Tampa Bay Rays at this year's trade deadline. In 55 games with the Rays in 2021, Cruz hit 13 homers and drove in 36 runs. Solid numbers, on pace with his career power statistics, but here's what didn't translate while he was in Tampa Bay. Cruz's average dropped to just 226, his on-base percentage down to 283, and his OPS 725. Not bad by any means, but a far cry from his career 873 mark. Despite his declining numbers in the second half with Tampa Bay, I still think it would be a great move for the Mets to pursue Cruz, and here's why. Number one, he adds a veteran power presence to this lineup that could be equal to that of Darryl Strawberry from the 1986 Mets lineup. The idea of a 3-5 that features Francisco Lindor, Pete Alonso, and Nelson Cruz would instill fear in opposing pitching staffs. Secondly, the Mets have made it clear they're looking to change the culture of their clubhouse, and adding a guy like Nelson Cruz would be a big move toward moving that needle. Not only does Nelson Cruz have the pedigree as a player, he also is well known for his reputation off the field as well. Even after being traded to the Rays in 2021, Twins players still nominated Cruz for their Team Roberto Clemente Award, honoring his philanthropy work in the Dominican Republic. And that's not the only recognition that Cruz has received. He was also honored with the Muhammad Ali Sports Humanitarian Award in 2020. Cruz clearly is a clubhouse leader that would lead not only by example on the field, but off of it as well for guys like Pete Alonso, Jeff McNeil, and Dom Smith. Here's what I don't love so much about the idea of the Mets pursuing Nelson Cruz. While he's been an ageless wonder for the last few years, he's turning 41 years old in July. We already saw a dip in his numbers in Tampa Bay in the second half this season. How much of that I attribute to his age and how much to a change of scenery, I'm not sure, but it's something to think about. Secondly, what's the situation regarding Robinson Cano? The disgraced second baseman was suspended all of 2021 after his second positive PED test, but is still due $20 million each of the next 2 seasons. And at this point, unless the Mets reach a buyout with Cano, he'll be on this roster in 2022, and it only makes sense that he'll be spending a lot of time as the designated hitter. All that being said, adding a bat like Nelson Cruz would make this Mets lineup one of the best in the National League. And if the price is right, the Mets would be adding a big-time slugger and clubhouse leader to their roster. So what do you guys think? Do you want to see the Mets pursue Nelson Cruz to be their DH in 2022? If you do, what kind of contract would you be willing to offer Cruz? And guys, stay tuned for my upcoming video where I finally will predict where some of the top free agents in Major League Baseball will sign this offseason.